Once upon a time, in a vibrant, sunny jungle, there lived a lion named Bobby. Bobby was no ordinary lion. While he had a mighty roar and a shiny golden mane that shimmered under the sun, what made Bobby truly special was his kind heart. He might have been the king of the jungle, but he was always gentle and thoughtful toward every creature, no matter how big or small. Bobby's friends loved him because he wasn't just strong, he was also wise and always ready to lend a helping paw. And though he was the biggest animal in the jungle, Bobby knew that sometimes the smallest creatures could teach him the most important lessons. One bright morning, as Bobby was strolling through the jungle, enjoying the warmth of the sun, he heard a faint sound. It was the soft patter of tiny feet. "Who's there?" Bobby called, his deep voice echoing through the trees. Out from behind a large bush hopped a small rabbit named Rosie. She was a little out of breath, and her long ears were drooping with worry. "Hello, Rosie." "Why do you look so sad?" Bobby asked, bending down to her level, his golden eyes filled with concern. Rosie sighed deeply, her nose twitching nervously. "Oh, Bobby, I'm so scared. I was hopping through the jungle just like always, but now I've lost my way." "Oh no," Bobby said, his voice full of sympathy. "Where were you going?" Rosie pointed her tiny paw toward the dense jungle ahead. "I was heading home, but now I don't recognize anything around here. I'm afraid I'll never find my way back." Bobby, being the strong and confident lion that he was, stood tall and smiled reassuringly at Rosie. "Don't worry, Rosie. I'll help you get back to your home. I know this jungle like the back of my paw." Rosie's ears perked up a little, but she still seemed unsure. "But Bobby," she said, shaking her head, "you're so big and I'm just a small rabbit. Maybe I should try to find my way by myself. I don't want to be a bother." Bobby smiled warmly at Rosie. "Rosie, being big doesn't always mean I can do everything. Sometimes it's the little ones who have the best ideas. You see, it doesn't matter how big or small we are. What matters is having a kind heart and being willing to help one another." Rosie looked up at Bobby, her eyes shining a little brighter. "You really think you can help me?" "Of course, and together we can do anything." So with that, Bobby and Rosie set off on their adventure. Bobby walked through the jungle with his big, strong paws, and Rosie hopped along beside him, her ears twitching at every sound. As they walked, they passed familiar sights for Bobby: the sparkling river, the tall, leafy trees, and the colorful flowers. But Rosie seemed nervous as they kept walking deeper into the jungle. "I don't remember this part of the jungle," Rosie said, her voice trembling. "What if we get lost even more?" Bobby gently nudged her with his nose. "Don't worry, Rosie. We'll find the way. Let's take our time, listen to the sounds of the jungle, and think carefully. Sometimes we just need to be patient." Rosie felt a little better. She knew Bobby was wise and strong. As they continued, Bobby told her stories about the jungle, about how the animals worked together, and how everyone had something special to offer. Suddenly, they heard the sound of birds singing overhead. Rosie stopped and looked up at the trees. "Bobby, I remember these trees," she said, her eyes widening. "I think we're getting close to home." Bobby smiled and gave Rosie a high five with his big paw. "See, I told you. With a little patience and a lot of help from friends, we can always find the right way." Soon they came to a beautiful meadow filled with soft green grass, and in the distance, Rosie could see her cozy little burrow. She hopped up and down excitedly. "Bobby, we did it! We found my home!" Bobby's heart swelled with happiness as he watched Rosie leap toward her burrow. "I'm so glad, Rosie. But remember, you didn't do it alone. We worked together. That's the magic of friendship." Rosie turned to Bobby, her little nose twitching with a smile. "Thank you so much, Bobby. I was so scared at first, but with you by my side, I felt brave. You were right. Size doesn't matter. It's about having a kind heart and helping each other." Bobby chuckled softly, his golden mane glinting in the sunlight. "You're welcome, Rosie, and I'm proud of you for being brave too. You taught me that sometimes the smallest ones have the biggest hearts." As they said their goodbyes, Bobby felt a warm glow inside. He knew that no matter how big or small you were, As long as you had a caring heart and were willing to help, you could make a difference in the world.